Good morning. Well, good day. Hello, hello. Welcome back to Call for Wisdom. My name is Deborah, and with me I have my good friend, my sister, my dear sister, Sister Ahava here.
Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom.
And I am going to be introducing a spontaneous topic that because
Oh my.
it's on the heart. Yeah, it is on the heart of many sisters today. They're thinking about it, they're tempted to do it, and it's about
Mhm,
temper tantrums in
mhm.
biblical marriage, right?
Oh my.
Temper tantrums. And we're particularly talking about the sisters who are the first women in the marriage. Biblical marriage, again, for those who are new to Call for Wisdom, is the marriage where it gives the man an option to have more
Mhm,
than one wife. That he might not take that option, right? He might
mhm.
decide that you are good for now and he's good and he's cool about it and he doesn't want another wife. Or one day down the road, my sisters, he might pop it to you, bring it up. He might bring it up that, I got some space, make some room. Well,
Right.
sister over there looks pretty good, and he might decide that he wants to take another wife. And what happens, Sister Haba, when you first hear about that?
You become devastated. Like why me? What?
Mm, yeah.
What? No, seriously. Especially if they've been married a long time, then the first thing they want to know is like, what am I not doing? Am I not fulfilling you? um, am I doing something wrong? But really, that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
If you know that you're being the best wife that you can be, then you know that it's not the case of what are you not doing. It's just sometimes men need different things.
Mm-hmm.
They need different things, and you have to understand. In every woman, it brings out something different in a man.
Yeah.
So it's not that they want to be done with you. It's not that they don't love you. They
Mm-hmm.
love you, but they want to bring somebody else a part of that so y'all can all grow together. It's
Yes.
not against you.
And so it's usually the first reaction is to think something's wrong with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something's wrong with you. And then the next one would possibly be that you got taught, like he starts teaching you about biblical marriage, bringing you the scriptures, bringing you the justifications of why.
Mm-hmm.
hmm And every time he says why, internally you go, but, right? But, but doesn't he know how much this hurts me,
Yeah.
right?
But don't we understand as women how much it hurts him to not have what he needs to continue as a man,
Mm, mm,
to
mm,
build his house, his legacy?
mm, mm,
So it's not just about us and understanding. We
mm,
have to all come to agreement with each other and understanding and on each part because it could be different. He could just go out there and cheat and not tell you anything.
yeah,
But
yeah.
because he loves you, he
hmm
wants to be respectful to you and do it the right way and talk to you about it.
hmm
So the first thing we do is blow up off the handle. And I know it's hard, but sometimes we have to have those hard conversations.
We have to have the hard conversation. But Sister Ava, the the woman, especially a Torah observant woman, and this is a conversation mostly for women who obey the Torah, who obey the commandments,
Hmm.
or the instructions of God, and want to obey it. So we know it is biblically permitted because David had many wives, Abraham had many wives, and Jacob, and you go on, right? And we've accepted the fact that even today, modern men, the Bible hasn't changed, have the permission and the option to take on. So we know that in our head,
Yes.
but we watch Young and the Restless, All My Children, whatever soaps are going on right now that I don't even know because I don't follow them all.
Yes.
And we know that they're telling us that your initial response is to be angry,
Hmm.
jealous,
Tear him
feeling
up.
feeling that he has cheated
Mm.
and he is a nasty, lustful man.
Yes. Oh, that's the first thing they say. Oh, you just lustful. In
Yeah.
this today and time, I find these women more lustful than men
Well,
in this point of time.
yeah, yeah.
It's changed.
It has changed. But okay, so we get that. Let's say you're an intelligent woman. You're not slow. You understand the
Hmm.
Bible. You really understand what he's saying. Okay. year has gone by, the man has actually not acted on it yet. And for
Mm.
those sisters out there thinking, well, Deborah's just telling my story. Listen, you're not the only one, okay? So
No,
I'm a counselor for many years, and you're not the only one. So if you think I'm talking to you, Sister
I'm
Mary,
talking to you.
Jane, I'm talking to you, okay? You're right. I'm talking about you, to you, but you're not the only one, okay? So don't say
Right.
I'm just telling you gossip on the line. I'm
I'm
not.
trying to help you.
Yeah, because I have sisters who are been many years in this initial shock phase, and they don't want to get out. They are
Mm.
throwing tantrums. And you know what triggers the tantrums? And when I say tantrums, I mean all day crying, don't want to get out of bed, can't talk to their husband because he is the source of their pain. They have decided that when they
Wow.
look at him, they see her or they smell the other woman's perfume. And the trigger is when he's gone, sister, to the other room or gone to her place of residency.
Mm.
And in their mind, they're thinking, oh, is he touching her the way that he touched me last night? Is he kissing her the way that is he saying the same words? I can't imagine because I am in my mind imagining them in their bed.
Stop
Even when
imagining.
it's just a hava, but you're cutting it short, you know. And they go on and on and on. What's the solution? Here she goes. Tell me. How do we stop
No,
this tantrums?
no, it's the reality. This is
Uh,
stuff that we do because women, we imagine stuff. And
mm,
the funny thing is the things that we probably imagine, oh, he doing this, he doing that, they probably ain't even doing it. It's like it's just going in
yeah.
the head of all these different things of what they're probably doing, but that's their relationship. You
Mm,
have to we have to kind of mind our business when it comes to certain things. And I know it's not easy.
mm,
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it is easy for women to do, but you have to find something else to occupy your time. What else can you be doing that your husband has asked you to do or that you know your husband needs to be done?
mm,
These are the real things because you're supposed to be helping him complete his vision. So, what is it that you can do to help entertain your time so you can be able to get things done for your husband? Because the time we spent worrying about that, we could have did 50 things.
yeah.
It'll be your
Mm,
motivation to get things done. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot on our mind. We want to clean. We want to do
mm,
this. Let it
mm.
be the motivation to get things done. Like focus on what you can do. It's not the other woman. What can you do to help your husband?
Today, today. Mm,
Yes.
mm. Yeah, I think there is a key of snapping yourself out of it. So those of
Yes.
you who have young children, and I don't have any kids, but you remember having kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they're in the toddler space and they got the rules and the parents said, we're going this direction, and they
Mm-hmm.
do not want to go. They want to go to McDonald's and you're going home to cook a real meal.
Mm-hmm. And your
And they,
mama be like, we going home.
yeah. And they might cry and scream the house down. They don't want, they
Hmm.
want what they want, right?
Right.
Now, I've been watching some TikToks and I've been learning some things about
Hmm.
toddlers that I don't know. There's one that's running right now viral. It's called Jessica. And when the toddler starts yelling and screaming and doing that, the mother goes, Jessica! And the toddler's like who's
Who is
Jessica? And it stops it clear every time. I think, oh gosh, I had the kids. I want to try it. Yeah, the kids like, what?
like, who
Right?
you calling?
It's a snap out of it kind of
Yeah.
phrase, right? Snap out of it. And they're like,
Yes.
there's life beyond your crying right now. Mama has moved
Right.
on to the next subject, right? Called Jessica, and you're like, what?
But you know what? That's funny because
Uh-huh.
that's how it is with children, but that's how it is with women.
Mm,
I feel most of the time I hear the main thing women feel because the fact of the matter is the woman feel like what she got controls the man.
mm-hmm,
And if she ain't got control of that because now it's another one in there that got the same thing,
mm-hmm,
then it's a whole nother problem. Because it's
mm-hmm.
like now I can't use that against him.
Okay.
Like now I can't use that against him. I can't say, "Oh, I don't want to give you none."
Yeah,
Okay, you don't want to give him none, then
yeah.
he
Somebody else
just
got it.
go to the
Yeah.
other sister.
Mm,
So it's like I found that some women use that as a weapon against their husbands. I don't
Sex, you mean?
know.
We're talking about sex, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sex.
Mhm, mhm.
Sex, they
We're
use
grown
sex.
women up here, grown women.
They use sex against their
Uh-huh,
husband of what
uh-huh.
they don't want to do. And see, it's different when you operate in polygyny because
Mhm.
you spend your time pouting and being mad on what you don't want to do, but he going right over here. Like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I can go to sister
So she
such and
can't
such,
use that
that
weapon. She
sister
can't
wife.
use
She
that.
can't use
Yeah.
that weapon on him.
Mm, mm.
So
So
he
if
called
you're
another name. She like, wait, wait a minute, what you saying? You want who?
yeah, because Sister Jessica over there, she okay. While you're there crying.
Exactly.
And that really makes the sisters a little bit
Yes.
upset because now they don't
Mm-hmm.
have an emotional manipulation tool
Mm-hmm.
over the man, right? So
Exactly.
before, when we didn't have the second wife, you could throw that tantrum and he had nowhere else
Mm-hmm.
to go.
Yep.
He had no other recourse but to put up with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you have emotional tantrum, he can call Jessica and you might snap out of it. You might,
Like, I'll be back.
yeah, call me when you calm down. And okay, so
Yes.
the next accusation these sisters have is I'm talking to first wives. I love you all. I love you
Mm,
all, right? The next accusation is, well, he's not emotionally sensitive to my needs. He is
mm,
emotionally manipulative because he's not responding to
mhm,
my hurts, my
mhm,
tantrum. And we're talking like a year after this
mhm,
teaching or this sister has come in. It's not initial because we
mhm.
expect some initial. Do you expect some initial
Yeah.
reaction,
Mhm.
right?
Because everybody have to get on the same program, so
Mhm.
you know.
There's adjustments, right?
Mhm.
But how long is it rational or reasonable to expect some kind of change when it comes to discipline your emotions?
Hmm. Well, I think your emotions have to be disciplined even from the beginning, because
Mm,
it's a certain way that you operate with your husband. So your emotions, you have to be able to check your emotions and your feelings. Be
mhm.
in control of it. Even the Bible say that if you can't control your spirit, you like a city without walls. You're
Ah,
open to anything.
mhm.
So we have to be grown and be able to talk about it. It's not saying that you're not going to feel any type of way, but it's saying that you should be able to talk about it. And at the same time, most people is probably a few months to a year. If you want to take it longer, then some people will take it longer. But how long will you go against doing what the Father has already said is righteous? Because
And
we
here's
have to understand another thing, that the longer you take
mm,
and the way that you react, the Bible say that rebellion is next to witchcraft. So when
that's
you rebelling against your husband, you
mm.
operate in witchcraft, and it says suffer not a witch to live. So are you willing to play
Wow,
with your life?
wow. Oh, you're just hitting it hard. You're hitting. Uh, see, I brought my big sister here. I brought my sister. Back up. So come along, come along, my sister. Sit down, cup of tea, take it easy, because we're talking about spiritual rebellion, emotional rebellion,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a point where you come and imagine yourself like a sheep, because we women are sheep in the analogy. The husband
Mm-hmm.
is the shepherd. He is
Yes.
saying the flock is going this way towards
Mm-hmm.
biblical marriage, towards accepting another sheep in the fold. You're not the
Right.
only one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he is trying to lead you to it, but you're bucking, you're scratching, you're going the other direction. Every time you see the other sheep come in, you start trying to push the door shut.
Acting
You're
like the goat come
acting
knocking
like
you over.
a goat, acting like a goat, and he doesn't want to fight with you. He doesn't
No.
want to fight with you. He wants to
Mhm.
gently lead you because sheep are supposed to be the ones that be gently led, right?
Yes.
And if you're crying about it for years and bucking and screaming, not making it easy for him to leave,
Mhm.
because you think that by making it more traumatizing, you're going to delay the time. You're going to make him,
Mhm.
take longer to adjust to this woman. You're going
Exactly.
to make her life miserable, and you
Yes.
want everybody to have a pity party about you. So I'm not saying don't cry on our shoulders because we definitely want you to cry,
Yes.
but there's a level of grow up.
Yes.
calm down and stop being rebellious because our emotions
Yes.
become rebellious, right?
Exactly. It's nothing
The
wrong with
tension,
the emotions, but it becomes rebellion.
it becomes rebellion. Yeah. And like you said, it's close to witchcraft. And
Hmm.
now we're like, are we really going to allow our emotions to lead us to hell? Hmm, maybe I'll make that title.
Hmm.
Because this is where we're going with it, right?
Yes. Hmm.
And there's a serious conversation you have to make with yourself that, okay, I felt this way initially. That's normal. But after a certain amount of time in my life, I know that I need to snap
Hmm.
out of it. And maybe he needs to call Jessica for me to snap out of it, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
I find also the concept of snapping out of it, like you said before, is finding something to do that doesn't involve you. Like go serve,
Hmm.
go help, get busy at it.
Hmm.
Does it
Yes.
help? Yeah.
Yes.
And maybe I don't know if for the women who have children, if they think that it's healthy for their children to continue seeing them in this state of mind.
No.
Hmm. That's another
It's
thing that women use to manipulate their kids because when their kids see them miserable, they kind of gang up and say, "See, I'm miserable. Mama's miserable. Daddy's making mama miserable."
I can't stand that.
You can't stand that. Tell me why.
No, I can't stand it because the fact of the matter is, children are children. I feel like you keep children in their place and let them be children. Children shouldn't be put in grown folk business. If it's
Ah,
between y'all, then it's
mhm,
between y'all because now you putting a child in a place that they're gonna have to choose. Why
mhm,
should they have to choose between their mother or their father? They're
mhm,
children.
mhm,
No, you are grown. So if you need to talk and you need to vent, then you talk and you vent to a grown person because the more that child, you talk to the child and they see you, oh, you hurting and stuff like that, then they're going to turn against their parent.
mhm. Their father.
And
Mhm,
what if it could be for them to go into a polygamous household? Now you done created rebellious,
mhm.
a whole nother rebellion spirit off in his child. So no. You need to
Yeah.
leave children where they at. If you need somebody to talk to a grown person.
Do
Don't
not
put
bring it
children in
to
the midst of that.
no, that's a good idea. And how about speaking to your unsaved women or the women who don't accept polygyny?
No. That's the quickest way to tear up your house.
Again, right? Who you're going for support from? Yeah.
No.
hmm
Like no. Like that's the quickest way to tear up your house speaking to
hmm
somebody who half the time they're not even married. So how can
Wow.
they really tell you anything?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
something I seen that amazed me. We were just watching the different cultures and how they do marriage and stuff. And the gypsies, like we seen on there when they have the wedding,
hmm
only people who have been married for a long time successfully can even touch them.
Oh. Oh.
If you're not married or if you
Really?
divorced and stuff, they don't allow you to touch the bride and stuff because
That
you're
is.
bringing that on their marriage.
Oh, that is interesting. I
Yes,
I kind of like that. Hmm.
yes.
That is.
I was
So
like,
you have
makes
really.
sense.
That is why we need the fellowship, but we definitely need to
Yes,
choose our sisters really
yes,
well.
yes.
And and I think another thing that you're hitting on now is the need for um, cheerleaders on our side, right? So
Mhm.
those sisters here who are messaging and calling in, who are living in isolation, suffering
Mm.
in isolation, maybe some of the reasons why is that you don't have sisters who are going to be there to help,
Yes,
right? And to
yes.
speak the hold you accountable because
That's it.
we sometimes we want to call the sister who will still cry with us in the corner and
No,
be miserable.
that's not the sister who gonna save your life. Like
No.
she gonna keep you in rebellion, and that's
Mhm,
gonna lead to somewhere else you don't want it to lead to.
mhm.
So you need to speak to somebody that has wisdom and that's in a marriage and that can actually tell you how to save your marriage. That's the objective, to
That
save
is
it, not tear it up.
yeah, yeah. So for those of you who are watching and you're looking for that kind of fellowship, we are trying to
Mhm.
create that
Yeah.
virtually. But I definitely, first of all, try to find one physically and pray about it. right? So that's some
Yes.
steps. We could definitely ask the Father for help and ask
That's
the
the
Father to
first
send
step.
somebody, yes, in your
Mm-hmm.
life. And there's always somebody, the Father has.
Mm-hmm.
He said, no, I think He will answer prayers like that. You want
Yes.
to obey, you need some help, you need some
Mm-hmm.
fellowship. Let's pray for good friends, a good fellowship, good
Yes.
sisters in our lives. Yeah.
Yes.
Pray against the spirit of rebellion, which is witchcraft.
Yes. Yes.
Your emotions can be rebellious, right?
Yeah.
So let us
And you look
pray.
like I ain't no witch. Yes, you is.
Yes, you
Because you
is.
acting like a witch. You gonna get the results of what if you keep acting like you acting.
Hmm.
Like, no.
And no matter crying, we're going to change God's word. It's not going to change it.
You know what? It's something about the silence, having the silence of talking to the Father.
Mm.
Like when you talk to the Father, the Bible tell you like you don't just hold down your own. It's not just about you. You go and talk to the Father, and you open and tell the Father and ask Him to heal those things. Now that don't mean going to the Father and babbling, oh, take him down, all this kind of stuff just because you don't agree with what he got going on.
Mm.
But we
Hmm.
have to understand as women that just like our husbands are our heads,
Yeah.
then he have a head too.
Hmm.
And you go to his father. If he is doing something that is wrong, then
Hmm.
you go to his father and the father will correct him. It's
Hmm.
not our battles to fight.
It's not our battle to fight. No, and we have a Father who listens. And that's the key, too, is that we have to develop our personal relationship with the Most High.
Yes.
Are you praying? Are you having that closet time? Do you go
Mm-hmm.
regularly into your prayer closet to discuss these things and to cry out to the Father?
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe you shouldn't be crying to your husband. You should be kneeling to the Father.
Exactly. And the Father will give you understanding. The Father will help you. If you ask Him to help you
Mm.
understand, help you get through it, not asking Him to make Him change His mind,
Make the
but
husband change his
ask
mind.
Him to help you
Yeah.
to be the wife that you can be for your husband through
Yeah.
this process.
Yeah. Because one thing I think that this brings us to is closer to Him. It really,
Yes.
biblical marriage has a way of making us grow up spiritually and
Yes.
developing our personal relationship with the Father
Mhm.
if we allow it to, right?
Yes.
And having that discipline to go there every day and bring every thought
Hmm.
under submission, every feeling under submission to His
Yes.
word, right?
And that's the thing right there, what you just said,
Hmm.
bringing those thoughts into
Hmm.
captivity.
Into
Because
captivity.
not let them run, because when you let it run, then you done created a whole nother scenario. Now you emotional over stuff that didn't even happen.
Yeah.
It never happened. It's just your thoughts of what's
Yeah.
gonna happen. So
Yeah.
now you emotional. So it's not allowing yourself to ride in those thoughts.
Don't let them free. No, no, no.
Yes. And it's
Yeah.
hard because sometimes you wanna feel the emotion, how women do, but no,
Mhm.
we have to stop it, nip it in the bud.
Nip it in the bud. Yeah, and we can. I don't want to hear you can't do it. It means because the
Yeah.
thing is, the flesh loves the attention, just like a kid loves
Mm-hmm.
to throw attention, loves attention. It makes us
Mm-hmm.
somehow feel good, even if it's
Mm-hmm.
rebellious, and it's a sinful
Yes.
thing, right? But we
Yes.
can nip it in the bud, and we don't want to. So that's a decision that you brought up. It is a decision
Mm-hmm.
that we're making, right? You
Yes.
can. I don't tell me. Well, we're women. We know you can. You can. You just don't want to.
You
That's a
don't
different.
want to.
It feels good, those warm tears and his attention and the man's attention when he wraps
Mm-hmm.
his arm around you. And then he feels
Yes.
guilt. He feels guilt because you're making him
Yes.
feel guilty for something that Yah has ordained and allowed him to have,
Yes.
right? So,
Most definitely.
anyways, go back to prayer, my sisters. And if hit us up in your email, send an email, and we'll continue
Yes.
to call out for wisdom. The Father answers. Thank
Yes.
you for joining us in Call for Wisdom today. We had a great discussion, Sister Hava, for
Yes.
popping in, and we will check you out the next time, people. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Blessings,
Shalom.
everybody.